vitrine du matin, sous la lumière du boulanger, un croissant doré tout câlin regardait une baguette allongée. Il lui dit d'un ton.
Welcome to Reverie Cafe in Prahran. I'm Pierrick Boyer. Here is our showcase. So we do a lot of individual cakes. We make all our burger buns, croissants, beef pies, croque-monsieur, 2 types of quiches, and the viennoiseries, the croissants. So here's our pastry kitchen. Chef Greg is doing my personal cake. Is the hazelnut soft and crunchies. So there's layers of almonds sponge, yandouya. You'll know that word, yandouya, crème, chocolate, and a lot of hazelnuts as well. Here, this is Paula, if you want to come. Paula and I will go to France to compete. Well, she will compete. I will be there doing some stuff as well. But basically how rolling the pain au chocolat and all the beautiful stuff I made. In mid-November, I will be a judge and coach for the Australian candidate, which is Paula, who works here, for the first ever World Cup of viennoiseries. That means that we're going to be doing croissants, pain au chocolat, bicolor croissants, some brioche, and some showpiece for the first ever World Cup of viennoiserie. And that's something pretty special. So here's the savory kitchen, where all the savory dishes are coming from Chef Charm. And here we're doing cooking classes, events, and stuff like that. Basically, I've been in Australia for 22 years. And previously I was the executive chef for the RACV City Club. And I've opened Le Petit Gâteau, created from scratch. And after several years, that got me thinking that why not create a patisserie with a savory breakfast full lunch menu. And for like 3-4 years, I looked for areas, and I couldn't do just myself a project that big. So went back with did find some investors. And we've opened Doncaster, we had Eastland, we had the CBD Ella. Then COVID came. Then during COVID, we had to close 2 of the stores, and we had to keep going and pushing more wholesale. So now we do a lot more wholesale than before. We supply several cafes with our own pastries, with cakes. And some large companies with wholesale croque-monsieur, savory dishes, and cakes, several hotels, and some of the larger stadiums. My plans for the next few years, if I get the right business partners, we can open many more stores because we can supply from here. It's actually a great model because we are making all our product from scratch. After I did my apprenticeship, when I was from 16 to 18 years old, I worked in a work association for 5 years. I worked 1 year in Strasbourg, near the border of Germany. I worked and lived 1 year in Brussels, doing a lot more chocolates. Then I've spent 1 year in the army, where 6 months out of that, I was a UN peacekeeper in Croatia during the war. Then I came back to Reims, where they do the champagne. I worked there for 1 year. Then I worked in Bordeaux for 1 year. Then after I worked 6 months in Italy for Club Med in Tuscany, near Livorno. 6 months, amazing, 22 years old, work hard, play harder. Then I contacted my former employer, and he had someone in his friends who opened a bakery cafe in California, and I worked there for 5 years. And that's where I've met my wife, my French wife in California. Then moved back to France for 3 months, moved back to Boston for a year, worked in Paris at the Plaza Athénée. We got married, stayed there for a year and a half, and that was 22 years ago. I did a lot of charity work, like more dinners, raising money for dinner with other chefs' friends. And I did a lot of charity dinner in Singapore, Malaysia, KL, Penang, did cooking class in PJ, Malaysia, Singapore, Hong Kong, Shanghai, Tokyo, several with the Iron Chef Japan, did some cooking class in Tahiti, some events in Vietnam, Philippines, and Middle East, Dubai. So yeah. And the thing is, 36 years later, I'm still passionate on training staff, explaining that, you know, when you do cakes or there's chemistry in the product.
Dans la vitrine du matin, sous la lumière du boulanger, un croissant doré tout câlin regardait une baguette allongée. Il lui dit d'un ton beurré: Mademoiselle, vous êtes divine. Elle sourit un peu salée, en rougissant sous la farine. Mon croissant, ma baguette, deux cœurs dans une serviette. Sous le café du destin, on s'aime à la française.